With a little bit of research before you travel, you can get a fantastic deal and spot the deals and buy things for yourself while you travel. I recently visited Town and Fort Kochi and explored the antique market there. I hope you saw the video of the antique market. I had posted it last week. I will have it here on the right corner above for you to see. I wanted to make a separate video on what I got from Town. So this is that video. Whenever I visit a touristy destination that is great for shopping, I always do a lot of research and look at what is in my wish list that is available there and how much is it available for online and in stores in Bangalore, and I use that as a reference to buy what I want at the tourist destination, because things tend to be really expensive in touristy places. So doing a little bit of research doesn't hurt. I wanted a set of mud dolls. I have one which I will show you in some time, but I was looking for mud dolls and I found mud dolls. This is the tiny range of what I found, or what I found was intact. I've given them a good clean, and some of these I plan to repaint. Structurally, these are old and very beautifully made, so some of these I plan to restore. Taking a closer look, this is the lady with the peacock. I think most of her body and the details of her sari and hair and the peacock details are pretty much intact. The only thing that's really rubbed off is probably the paint. Initially, I was planning to keep her the way she was because she looked a little different when I got her, but she looks a little creepy now, so she's going to be repainted. This is another doll that I got, which I thought was 100% intact, but turns out it's not. The details again are beautiful. I'm guessing with the Gada, it's a Vishnu, but you can see that the details are really beautiful. And if you look closer, there's a crack in the head, which looks like it was put together later on. When I actually washed it, you can see it right there. But anyway, he's mine now, so he's probably going to be the first one to be restored. Next is this Lakshmi idol, again very beautiful face. This one I plan to gift to a friend of mine. The details again are beautiful. Some of these things I prefer keeping as is, but I feel like these were displayed on the window and they've seen quite a bit of wear and tear in terms of the paint dropping off. But yeah, beautiful nonetheless, and no damage other than paint chip off. Sometimes when you look underneath, you know whether they are terracotta or plaster of Paris dolls. This is another beautiful lady, standing goddess with a single lotus bud, I'm guessing is a Parvati. Again, the details are very beautiful. She has like a floral drape on both sides, which is absolutely stunning. She's perfectly intact except for her paint chip, and the details are really beautiful. I'll probably be repainting her too. Whenever I post a video, people look at the background and point out, hey, what's that in the background? So here I'm showing you my little plant inside of my singing bowl. I've used a round wide pot and used one single length of money plant and coiled it and planted it. I'm hoping that a lot of shoots are going to come out, and of course there's a drain plate inside that. Moving on to my last idol, which is the Shiva with the Murugan. You can see the little Ganga face on his head. The details again are beautiful. He has a nice little mustache. Paint is terribly chipped off. Murugan's face intact. Jewelry details intact. He's got a tiny little belly button. Cute. Tiger print waist band. Most of it is intact. And if you look closely at the back, the snake coiling the the neck was probably painted very vibrant. I am hoping with my very amateurish paint skills I will be able to do some justice to it. But either way, it's going to be a fun project. This guy is definitely getting repainted because I love distress, but this is too much of distress for me. One idol I completely forgot to show you was this Saraswati that I found. I think somebody has tried to repaint her and she looks okay. And then you can look at the little hole inside, it's terracotta and not plaster of Paris. So old dolls have those telltale signs where you know that it's an old doll and not a newly made one. Most new dolls are now made of plaster of Paris, which is extremely heartbreaking, and also the faces and everything are drawn out rather than carved or molded into the face. One other thing that I absolutely fell in love with is a bunch of bananas in terracotta. These bananas were so beautiful. I washed them and some of the paint is chipping off, and you can see on the table paint is just strewn around and it's still dropping. But these bananas were just so beautiful and I had my heart set on them. They're just so perfectly molded as bananas, and even the stem where it's cut, you can see the texture of the banana stem being recreated there. This was probably my most favorite buy. This is the Lakshmi doll that I already have. This is from my grandfather's house. You can see most of the paint is intact because it's single owner and not exposed as much. And I think once you see the beauty of these old dolls, you go into this thing that I want more and you start looking. So right now she has company of a few more dolls. I'm hoping to stop here and not go crazy because these are really very difficult to care for. But yeah, now she has company. The paint is chipping off and dropping wherever these have been placed or handled. The next thing I got are two watercolor paintings of Jodhpur. I think the blue city is Jodhpur. I got these just to support the gallery owner. I don't have a space for it. I don't plan to put it up in my house. I'll probably gift it to somebody or use it in a styling project. But the paintings were really well made, and as two pieces above a headboard or something, they will look really beautiful. Before I show you the next item, I have to tell you about my obsession with a banana bunch. I saw a brass sculpture of a banana bunch in a store. It's big, solid brass and unaffordable at this moment. So I ordered these tiny banana bunches which look more like lemon on Amazon, and I plan to see if I can recreate that look. If it manages to look close to the brass one, I'll get a bigger one. The next item may not come up as decor, but it's something that I loved. We went to this little bookstore in Fort Kochi and found books that are very that talk about the history of the place. It's something that we enjoy doing. First book is this history of Fort Kochi. When I came first, I visited the Portuguese museum. Unfortunately, it was closed this time. I got the history of Fort Kochi because it also has a little bit of history of Konkanis and how Konkanis came and landed into Kerala. So it has a little bit of that history. Next, I got these evergreen legends of Kerala. I loved the Parashuram illustration on the cover. Legend has it that Parashuram threw his axe and created the entire Konkan region for its people, which is where I am from. And this book has history of ancient temples of Kerala, and it's something that I enjoy reading, and also my husband loves going through that. So these two books are precious. The last and the most amazing piece, which has been on my wish list for a very long time, was a Nettoor petti. And I have been searching for a Nettoor petti online, offline for the longest time. And I know what it costs. And when I found a great deal, I jumped on it. This is not a very old Nettoor petti. It's also not a very brand new one. It's old, maybe vintagey, whatever, but I saw it, I loved it, it was on my wish list. This is actually the back of it. Nettoor petti is mostly a dowry box in which the women of Kerala place their jewelry and cash and carry it to their husband's house. You can see there's a bit of a crack, which doesn't bother me. I wanted an old one. This might not be very old, but it's what I really wanted. I had seen it in one of the antique shops, and in Bangalore it costs upwards of 12,000 and 15,000. In one of the antique shops in Kerala itself, the lady quoted a 35,000 for it, but I got a great deal. So it has scratches. Maybe I'm going to do a little bit of polish job on top of the painted parts, but all in all, it was on my wish list. I found it and I'm so happy with it. I will probably put my jewelry and my cash in it and pretend to be a queen and use it every day. If you're watching till here and then you want to know how much I paid for the Nettoor petti, drop me a comment. But yes, this is what research does. It tells you the price and the kind of things available online, and when you see a great deal, you just jump at it. So that was my tiny little haul from Town, Kerala. There's a lot of DIY styling and fun stuff coming your way in the next few videos, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.